Okay, we'll see if everybody joins back. My internet was causing a lot of issues. I don't even know how much of the first half y'all saw. I really have no idea. So hopefully the notifications go out for this one. I'm on my husband's phone, which he still has AT&T, so we'll see if it actually works. I have no idea. Hey, Sam, can you hear and see me now? Does it seem a little better so far? I don't know if it will be. We both restarted our phones. I logged on to my husband's internet, so yay. Okay, I'm glad it's working better so far. Hi, Lori. How are you? I had to restart it. I don't know if I didn't see you in the other one, but it was crashing pretty hard. Hey, Tamara. Awesome. Crystal clear. Thanks, babe. He loaned me his internet on his phone, so I'm glad it's working. There's no telling. Service is usually iffy out here, and then my phone's really been acting up, and so it's a crapshoot. And every time I've gone live, there's been something that happens, so I just try to par for the course. I was debating not restarting it, but it seems to be working. So hey, Melinda, I'm glad you came back. Thank y'all for coming back. It's a whole thing. Oh, and then like YouTube wouldn't let me go live. It was saying, oh, download all this software. It's like I've never had to do that to go live, and now it wants me to download stuff, but it ended up working. Willis, awesome. I'm glad it's better. That's good news. Oh my gosh. And thank y'all for putting up with it. I don't know how much y'all heard of in the last part. So Sam, yeah, we both shut down our phones and restarted them. So hopefully it levels out a little bit. Hi, Patty. Des, awesome. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It was right at the halfway mark, so it works. But hopefully this half is better. I'm glad notifications are going out, though. That makes me feel better. So I guess I'll do a recap since I don't know what y'all heard in the previous half. If you've heard this, I'm sorry, but just to cover my bases. So these are my lip balm ornaments. There's 3 lip balms in each one. And I have only 11 of these left, and they're on sale. They're normally $12. I'm running a sale on them for $10 tonight only. I have 4 ornaments where there's 3 peppermint lip balms. I have 3 ornaments where there's 3 cherry lip balms, and then I have 5 where it's a mixture of all 3 flavors, mint, cherry, and vanilla. So go grab those if you're interested in that. I'm trying to just, these are the only ones I have left, and I'm trying to get rid of them for Christmas. Nothing will arrive in time for Christmas at this point, but, it's late Christmas. This whole year's been off, so a little late Christmas gift won't be a big deal. So, Sam, not much. Well, I'm glad I'm doing a recap then. So, also, I have restocked the vanilla coffee sugar scrubs. They smell heavenly, and they foam as you use them. My puppy is eating something, and I'm not sure what she's eating. No telling. And then I also have 6 of these left. These are, you can't tell from the lighting, but they're light pink, and these are the strawberries and champagne. These will be discontinued after these last 6 because I have not found another supplier that has the same fragrance that smells right. So right now, these are the only 6 I have. I'm still working to find a close match, but if you like that scent, I would recommend stocking up. Tamara, thank you. Merry Christmas. I hope you are safe and warm too. So far, we're warm. I wish my internet was working better for the first half, but it is what it is. So, and then what else I was going to tell y'all? Oh, I was talking about my black gold soap. So I had severe cystic acne for over 5 years. I was on everything the dermatologist could put me on, with the exception of Accutane. My mom and I did not want me to go on Accutane, so we fought that. But I was on antibiotics, all the steroid creams and washes, and the ones that you put on and they bleach your shirt because they're so strong, all that kind of stuff. And it was getting to where when I'd eat, I'd be really sick because you're killing all the good bacteria in your gut. Then your gut can't work properly, and it's a nightmare. So I quit taking it, and my acne got a lot worse. And I don't have, if I pull up my phone and show you all the photo, it'll mess up the internet. So I'm not going to do that. But my face was solid red, and my face was so swollen, and there were so many cysts that I couldn't feel my jawbone through the cysts. Because the cysts are like the size of the end of your pinky. They're huge. You can't see them. You can only see them when they come to the surface and they show up as a red dot. But it's just solid cysts. And so with the pain I was having from eating, from my gut being messed up, I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done being miserable. Anytime I hurt, my stomach would just kill me. I mean, anytime I ate, my stomach would kill me. And anytime I took medicine, my stomach would kill me. So I said, I'm done. I'd rather have the acne. Of course, my acne got worse after I went off the medicine. And it was terrible. I'll post a picture here and show you all the difference, but it was bad. And the picture doesn't even do it justice. And so I was really, upset about it and self-conscious because it looks disgusting and it hurts, and it was just not a good time. So I had tried some essential oils, and I noticed they really helped with my acne. But I came from like the science background where, pharmaceuticals, if they don't work, nothing will, that kind of thing. And I was getting my degree in molecular and cellular biology, so I was really hard and fast and like, this has been tested by science and blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't put a whole lot of stock into the more natural things. And when I started making soap, a bunch of my fellow soap makers that are good friends of mine said, hey, you struggle with this stuff. Why don't you look at making a soap that's really good for your skin that helps with what you're struggling with? And I said, it's soap. It can't possibly help that much. And I thought, well, I'm selling this stuff. I'm making this stuff. I really need to kind of put it to the test and see what it's capable of. So I did a bunch of research, and based on my skin and my acne, I did a lemongrass, tea tree, lavender, and Litsea cubeba, which is another like kind of a citrusy essential oil. And I mixed those with crushed grapeseed for an exfoliant, which also helps with inflammation, and then activated charcoal, which helps pull crap out of your pores. And I made them into a soap, and I was like, it's not going to work. It's an experiment. And it really, really helped my skin. I mean, this is like a breakout for me now, and most of these are just scars. And so I just made it for myself, and my friends saw, the difference, and they're like, you're going to sell this soap, right? I can. I didn't really ever plan to. So now, actually, I can pull one down for y'all. It's called Black Gold, and it will help. It's good for any kind of skin type, but if your skin's more oily, it'll help more with the oily skin. And just plain unassuming bar, but it helps a lot. I can't say it'll cure, prevent, treat, anything like that, but it has helped my skin a lot, and my customers really love it. And if it tells you anything, I can't keep it in stock. I sell out as fast as I make it and list it, and usually my pre-orders sell out. So that got restocked. I have sensuous sandalwood bar that got restocked. Lemongrass loofah, orange poppy seed, luscious lavender. Y'all can see I have a ton of body washes restocked and a ton of sugar scrubs restocked. So, and then up there and over is all bars. So if you need some, I have some. And on top of that, starting January 1st, I'm going to be raising my prices. I don't know yet how much of an increase it will be. I'm not sure if it'll be across the board with all my products, or if I'm just going to have to adjust on some. But a lot of my ingredients, some have doubled, some have almost doubled in less than a year. And I've been eating the cost, but I got to buy groceries too. So I don't want to do it, but I have to survive. And so I'm going to be raising my prices January 1st. So if you want the current pricing, order before January 1st. Now, if you order now, I can't guarantee Christmas delivery. I am trying to get orders out as fast as possible, but the post office is always chaotic. And so, things get lost or whatever. So I can't really guarantee delivery, but that's what I'm trying to get things out quickly. But yeah, the ornament special is definitely, you want to get on that, because it's about the same as buying. I think it's the same as buying all 3 lip balms individually. except it's really cute and it comes gift wrapped for you. Perfect gift giving. And then, like I said, the ornament's plastic, so if you want to dump everything out and then make a DIY ornament with it for Christmas, you can totally do that. I mean, just a plastic globe that you can fill with whatever. So it's kind of a dual purpose. Hopefully this is still working. I'm not seeing any chats come in, but it did that earlier and then it loaded a ton at the same time. So we'll see. It looks like it's working. Everything else looks like. Starlene, hey, how's it going? Okay, Sam, thank you. I'm glad you're still here. I feel like I'm just rambling, but when I'm just talking to myself and there's no chat moving, it's a lot harder. Okay, Lori, thanks for still being here. I appreciate it. It looks like the viewers are going up, but I know that it's going to be a lot slower of a live since Jason's going live too. Awesome, Karen. Merry Christmas, Byron. I appreciate you coming back. I know the other live was a fiasco, so I'm glad so far y'all can still see and hear me. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Going live and then it crashing on me really threw me. Let me see if I can show you how to. Come here. Come on. She's going to go under my desk instead. Yeah, I think it was my internet, 12 stones. It was a real pain. Let's see if I can get this monster. She's on her back legs. She's massive. The monster pup. And she has just been wanting to be right by me the whole day. Hi. Are you going to tell everybody hi? Or are you just going to be in the way? She's trying to crawl in my lap. She's half in my lap and half not. But she's a big snuggle bug, huh? She's only 8 months old, so I'm hoping she gets even bigger. But she's pretty big right now. Thank you, Byron. I think so too, but I'm a little biased. She really likes to snuggle. She's been just has to be right by me constantly the last couple days. Melinda, I didn't see your comment. So far so good. I don't see anything. Did you comment another time? I only see your so far so good comment. Merry Christmas, Backlash. I hope you're having a good day. Melinda, I didn't see that comment. I'm glad it helped your sister-in-law, but I didn't see your comment at all. Like I said, my chat's not working very well, which is weird. But the only comment I see is so far so good, and then when you said go back and read my comment, like I didn't even see Backlash Fisherman was in here until just a second ago. Let's see. Sam, it must be a fun mix. Half shepherd, half husky. I can't imagine how talkative a half and half would be because she's very vocal. Like she just sit there, so I gave her to keep her busy during the live. My mom bought, I don't know if y'all have heard of them, but they're called a lick mat, and they're like a silicone mat. It suction cups to the floor. It's got different kind of textures and cavities to it, and you load different kinds of food like tuna, peanut butter. I put a bunch of peanut butter in hers, and I put it over there for her, so she just lay down and work the peanut butter out of it. And that made her thirsty. I guess she ran out of water. It was full before I sat down for the live, but I guess the peanut butter made her thirsty. And she came, and while she was staring at me while I was doing the live earlier, and then when the live crashed, she's just sitting there barking at me. And I said, "What's the deal?" And my husband goes, "Oh, I think she's thirsty. I'll get her some water." Haha, oh, he is mouthy. I bet he is. Huskies are really mouthy in general, but June's, as far as I know, she's full blood. I didn't get her. I got her from like just some person and not like a registered breeder or anything like that. And she is super mouthy. She'll sit there and just, you tell her something she doesn't want to do, and she'll go, "Rawr." She's growing out of it a little bit more now that she's bigger, but she's a mess. Black lab. The labs are the best. That's my dad's dream dog, is a black lab. We had a chocolate lab when I was a little kid. My uncle professionally bred them, and I think both her grandfathers and both of her parents were champion hunters, like long champion list of hunters, and they so she was really good hunter, but she was 84 pounds at a year old, and she was huge. And so we kept her for a couple of years, but all three of us kids were really little, and she was really, really hyper. And we had an acre, and she'd always get out and run away, and it was just a mess. So we ended up giving her back to my uncle, and then he sold her to somebody that actually hunted with her. So we were really glad that she was able to live the life she was bred for. But I remember her, but not very much. So this is, for me, my first big dog. I had a Yorkie for 14 years, and that was like my first dog that I really remember. But I'm definitely a big dog person. Hey, Linda. She is a lap puppy. The problem is she's huge, so she can't fit in my lap. So she wants to. I have pictures of her curled up. When I got her, she was she was 11 pounds, so she was tiny. And so she still thinks she can fit in my lap like she used to. And I've had her since June. And so she's grown a lot for how young she is. Just in a couple short months, she's been huge. So she thinks she can still fit, but she can't. Lab is your service dog. That's awesome. I've heard they make really good service dogs. I mean, it makes sense because they're very calm and very sweet. Our neighbor had I don't know, he was probably 120-pound black lab, and he was absolutely massive. And he would come over, and when we were building, we were living in our tent, and he would come out and visit us, and then he'd sleep outside our tent, and every once in a while you'd hear him growl and run off, probably deer, whatever, out in the woods. Peaceful does. They watch this YouTuber, and she has a Mastiff. He thinks he's a lap dog, and he's just a year old, still growing. He's already massive. I cannot imagine having a Mastiff. I like Mastiffs. Like Sawyer Ridge Farm has a Cane Corso, which I think is like I think they're Italian Mastiffs. I think. And he's beautiful. I've met him, but he's huge. And so June's big enough for me. I like the Mastiffs, but also they drool a lot, and that kind of grosses me out. Some Mastiffs drool more than others, but June doesn't drool, which I really like. My sister-in-law has Belgian Malinois, and they slobber. They don't really drool, but they get so hyper that they just like every time they move, spit just goes flying everywhere. It's gross. Her dogs are the best, but it's gross. Backwoods, I don't have, well, the ones you gave me are like, I think larges or extra larges. So they're really big. So I usually wear them as like pajamas because they're comfy, but they're big. And when I'm moving around, I need something smaller. Same with German Shepherds. They're lap puppies. Puppy next door to me sat on my lap. He was bigger than me. Linda, that's hilarious. June, on her back leg, she probably comes up to my chest. But the vet estimates she's going to be 70 plus pounds, and right now she's 55, a little bit more than 55. So she still has a lot to grow, but her feet are almost the size of my palm. So she's big. Her dog drools everywhere and shakes his head, and it goes everywhere. Yeah. Ugh. The drool really grosses me out. June really doesn't slobber, which I'm really grateful for. Ringo is a Mastiff. I didn't realize that. I don't know, he doesn't seem that big to me. Constantly washing the walls. Des, I bet she is. That's gross. I couldn't do it. My cousin had a Weimaraner, and those things slobber too. You don't think so, but they do. Backwoods jammies. That's right. That is right. Yeah, she's got big paws. I'd show you, but she kept bothering me while I was doing the live, so James put her outside. And so, but her feet are really big. I don't know, she might be starting to grow into them a little bit, but every time I think she's starting to fill out, then she gets really long and a lot taller. So she looks scrawny again, but she eats a lot. She just is growing so fast. Lori, my German Shepherd didn't drool but loved to play in water, so he always dripped water. Yes, June really loves the water. I had one of those little kiddie pools for her, and in the summertime she'd be in that. I took her to the ocean the day after I got her, and she wasn't a fan because she was 8 weeks old and the waves were bigger than her. And she just got taken from her family and these new people and then out in the ocean. And I took her to the lake when she was about 3 months old, and she warmed up to that. But she likes being able to be in the water but touching the ground. So she'll swim, but she likes to be touching the ground. Peaceful Des, I used to have Great Danes, also droolers. I can imagine. I was at a hotel in Dallas, and it was a really ritzy hotel. I was babysitting for my sister-in-law. She had an event in this hotel, and I was keeping her kids, and so we were down in the lobby, and this lady walks in like stiletto heels and has 3 Great Danes and a German Shepherd with her and just walks right into the hotel. And those dogs, I'd never seen one, like a full-size grown Great Dane in person, and they were massive, and there were 3 of them, and they were beautiful. Whoever owned them, I mean, must have paid a lot for them, and they were perfectly groomed, perfectly behaved, but they just waltzed in there. I'm like, oh my gosh. They were beautiful, though. Dane that lived across the street sat on my lap when he got loose. I've heard they're very, very much lap dogs, which is hilarious because I feel like the bigger the dog, the more likely it is to be a lap dog. Because known a lot of little dogs. Like my grandparents had miniature poodles, and we had Yorkies. My grandparents have Yorkies, and they like to be touching you, but not so much in your lap. But these big dogs, man, they'll just about kill you trying to sit in your lap. Melinda, my next door neighbor's dog, comes to my apartment. What kind of dog is it? Linda, they're the sweetest dogs, though. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten to just go play with a Great Dane. I don't think. I've seen them, but I don't know anyone personally that's had one. My cousin has one, but she's in El Paso. And so when she comes up, usually her neighbors keep their puppy for her, so I haven't gotten to meet her puppy. Apartment door knocks. Yeah, it's funny how strong they are when they poke at you with their nose. Oh, thank you, Starling. I appreciate it. I'm still working on those ones I was telling you about. I think it's the rose quartz and then the river moss body washes. I'm waiting on it. I've made them, but it just takes a while because the way I mix them, it adds a lot of air to it. So then it has to bubble out before I can bottle it. So that's what I'm waiting on. And of course, with it being cold, the bubbles bubble out a lot slower. Sam, no personal space exists with large dogs. That is the truth. Our neighbor's, like I said, 100+ pound lab, he would come and he'd start out on the ground next to you if you were sitting in your chair, and he'd lean on you, and the next thing he'd push you out of your chair a little bit, and he'd put one paw up, and he'd get the next paw, and the next thing you know, you're almost on the ground and he's in your chair. Peaceful Does. My last one was Maximilian. We called him Max. I love that. My sister-in-law's Malinois. His name is Max, too. Son thought Hooch was a pony. Yeah, I can only imagine. They're big dogs. He was a copy of Marmaduke, slept with all 4 paws and the hair, kick you off your bed and was stretched against you. 150. That's pretty fair. That dog wins out if you're only 125 pounds. My uncle's dog, he had a German Shepherd, and he was 150 pounds. The sweetest dog. Now, if you didn't know him and you were going to try to trespass on my uncle's land, you would not want to get out of your car. But he was all bark, no bite. He was very sweet. He's kind of dumb, though. He was dumb and really smart, but his thing that he loved to do is, my uncle had a gravel driveway, and we'd take the rocks and throw them up in the air, and Ralph would catch them in his mouth and spit them out and wait for you to throw another one. And somehow he never messed up his teeth, but he loved that. I don't know why. June likes to rip up briar, and she'll slide her teeth down the stem, and I don't know how it doesn't hurt with her teeth and gums with the briar, because it's really sharp, but she loves it, especially when she was teething. Oh my goodness, man, it's already 6:56. That went a lot faster. The first half I felt like went forever. And of course the technical difficulties didn't help, but now I felt like the last half hour just flew by. But yeah, I love June. I've wanted a German Shepherd for about 9 years. And when I graduated college, I was like, I'm going to get one. But then we had to wait until we had land to get one. Which is fair. It wouldn't have been fair to put her in an apartment, and a lot of the apartments where we lived at the time had breed restrictions on German Shepherds, so you couldn't have them anyway. Peaceful Does. He was smart. He was a smart dog. He just liked to catch them and spit them out. He was actually a police dog, and he failed out of police academy, and I always thought he failed out because he was too playful. But apparently the reason he failed out was he was so big, they realized he was going to be massive when he was full grown, and they couldn't fit him in their patrol car. So they said, we're going to fail this out. So my uncle, I think he was given this dog, and he was full-blood German Shepherd, and he was solid black except for his paws and part of his legs were brown, and then he had the brown eyebrows. But he was gorgeous, gorgeous dog. But yeah, I don't really have much else to tell y'all. I hope that everybody that's traveling for Christmas has safe travels and get to spend time either with your family or just relaxing and decompressing. I'm not sure if we're going to get to travel just with the storms. If it rains, we're going to be iced in because it's not going to melt between here and Christmas. And then if it doesn't rain and we go, I got to take my rabbits with me because it's going to freeze. So their water is going to freeze over. So I have to take them with me to keep them watered. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Let's see. I thought there was a comment that I missed. Let me double check. Oh, Karen said her grandson got a red fox lab. Very pretty and full of energy. I didn't even know that was a kind of dog, to be honest with you, but that sounds beautiful. I really like labs, but man, when they're puppies, they chew up everything. All right, y'all. Well, I guess I'm going to get off. I hope you'll have a Merry Christmas. And like I said, if you want to grab soap before the prices go up, you have until January 1st. And I'm going to be restocking a lot more stuff in the new year and releasing new products. So keep on that. And then if you want to follow me, because I post on YouTube every once in a while, but if you really want to see all my content, go to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. And all of those is just Brazos Valley Soaps. Pretty easy to find, but that's where I post the most. So, oh, Jean from Minnesota, getting ready for a blizzard. I hope y'all stay safe and warm. That's super scary. My mother-in-law's from Minnesota, so I've never been, but she says it's super cold. All right, y'all. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. Bye.